Alright, hello everybody, I am back, and today we are going to do some debugging. So last stream we got stuck trying to figure out how to set up this chevron button row, and we're going to try to fix that today. So that is what the next 2-3 hours is going to be, trying to debug. And pretty much what's happening is our elements are showing up off of the screen, and I'll show it to you guys if the device loads up. But pretty much the screen can't fit all of our elements, especially if the screen is really small, and our content is having issues adjusting to the screen. And I don't know why it's like that, but we're gonna try to fix it. But right now I have everything in a working format, so everything is still working as is. Yeah, everything's working right now, but we're going to break it and try to fix it. So yeah, let's give it a little bit of time. Give a little bit of our Flutter launch a bit of time. And the thing that I want to do here is I want to start by just I want to try removing this row and completely starting over and seeing if we can get something working here. Something like this. And we're going to start by just having a simple row with children, and the row is going to have it's going to have, let's see, this. It's going to have, we're not going to worry about, it's going to have leading image. It's going to have a leading text. And it's going to have the chevron row, or it's going to have the trailing text right here. And it's going to have the icon. Okay, so do something like this. So right now we have a plain row, and it has leading image, leading text, trailing text, and a chevron row. I'm going to see if this works. What's happening? Is it cause did I not save this? Oh, whoops. It's because the debug needs to be true. Okay. So this is going to restart. We're going to see what this looks like. It's going to look really bad. Alright, there you go. And if we run the test, we'll see if we get any failures. If we get any failures here, I'd be very surprised. Wow, we do. Holy shoot. I can't believe it. It's because height is infinity? Is that why? See, it's a row within a row. So that's why I feel like there might be some type of problem here. Schedule page, schedule list. Let's see. Main axis size is maxed. Okay, so that still causes issues too. Man, this is so... Render flex issues are the worst things in Flutter. And then let's let's do something else as well. The container here doesn't get affected, so let's try our scheduled test has dimensions width 360, And let's see what that looks like. Every time I get this assertion issue, it takes forever to restart the app. Don't know why. Oh my god, why does it do this all the time? Have to reopen VS Code, have to reopen my device. Hey, what's up, cat? What's up? I wonder what the problem is. More importantly, it seems like no matter what I do, the chevron rows end up just kind of take their own height and width. Which is weird. Why does it do that? See, this is the whole... This is the whole thing, but the width doesn't count. Why doesn't the width count? Maybe the width doesn't count because there's no size here. Hey, what's up, Tina? I am struggle busing right now. I have no idea why this is all breaking. It also just doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm just reaching failures and... Maybe it's like bubbling up to something. Like, this is so frustrating. Error causing widget was row 84. Row your boat. See, there's like a row here. There's a row here. It just doesn't make any freaking sense. Maybe it's because I think I'm just gonna, what is this, a schedule page? Let's take a second to look at, like, just work on the schedule page from now on, because I keep on having to click back to it. Alright, I feel like that doesn't do anything. Does this have anything with flexibles? Not really. This is the header row. So the header row is flexible. And the schedule page goes into a column that goes into a single child scroll view. And this is returned, let's see, schedule page. Okay, so flexible doesn't actually does expanded fix it? Alright, let's see. A chevron row is created from a list view builder. What does the list view look like? It has a group of children. I wonder if that just means that we need to do this. More importantly, why is it only... It's only the schedule... It's only the schedule page. Like, why is it only this one? There's like plenty of other... There's plenty of other things that use a list. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna fix it. I think that this might be broken too. It might be that we don't have any testing for this, and that's why this isn't working either. Okay, according to this, the problem is that we're not binding the width. Okay, apparently everything in here needs to either have a container, or needs to have a width. It seems a little bit of a hassle. All right, so let's say instead of this, what if we did container width 300? Okay, maybe like okay. If we had these all okay, so containers at each point causes too much of an issue. Okay, that works. Okay, wrapped works. That's really good. Let's see what happens if I do this. Nice. Okay, okay. Wrapped is exactly what we needed. Alright, so now what? Now that we have wrap, and we know wrap works, we need to add all the functionality that we have down here into our wrap. We can start by axis is originally horizontal. Alignment, wrap, alignment, space between, and then within this child, do we want more wrap content? Okay, this looks pretty good, right? And then, nice. Okay, so this is all working well. I think this is what we want. If we have to test it at every point to see if it passes our tests. So it is. So now the next thing we want to do is we want this. So container, margin, leading text. We want opacity. Doesn't container have an opacity? Okay, so it's very clear that if we do this, the row makes it unlimited. Oh. Ooh. All right. Apparently wrap fixes everything. Okay. That works. I mean, I am not going to complain. I am not going to complain for sure. So, row, opacity, container. This can probably use a column and it doesn't matter. I wonder if that means that we can also do a row here. Alright, does this work? It might. And if it works, then I'm so happy. Okay. Alright, we can't we can't have everything. So the problem here is, okay, the problem here okay, this makes sense. Yeah, okay, so cross-axis alignment makes this, okay, yeah, so this all needs to be wrapped. This just is so confusing because, what is the point of a row and a column if it's just going to make things go out of bound? Hey, what's up, Kelvin? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I mean, I'm down to just not complain, but at the same time, it's just like really weird. Like, Okay. I don't know why this works outside of the fact that it handles everything dynamically. It seems like a little bit of a waste to have so much wrapped content. But I mean, that's fine, you know. So I'm just gonna continue to transport all of this, and it definitely looks a lot cleaner. Trailing text, need to container. Doesn't need that. And the only thing here is this. So I think that's all the functionality, and we're going to, let's just make sure that this works. Oh, we ended up submitting this, huh? So we submitted it in a broken state, so we do have to fix that. Hey, what's up, Slady? What is this about? In my description, there's a link. It's like the first link to the landing page of the app that I'm making. So I'm making a mobile app. Will this app have accounts, and what will you use for authentication? The apps will have accounts and a friends list, and I haven't looked into authentication yet, but whatever connects to Firebase, I think. Or I'm planning to just use email accounts. I don't know how to manage authentication with different ways to log in, but I am looking into how to do all of that very slowly. Okay. So I think this is good to go, but before we do that, I do want to extract widgets, and leading text column, and then what do we want here? I also want to this is a lot of stuff, right? Leading image, second, text margin. It seems like a lot of stuff. Is this worth doing? It seems like a little bit of a hassle. But I think this is definitely worth doing. The leading text column, it kind of makes it look a little bit better. This looks pretty digestible, but this reusable row in general is kind of complicated. Firebase has multiple login options, so maybe you can use that since you're already using it. I'm not already using it. I want to use it, so I already know that that's the back end that I'm going to use, but I haven't done any infrastructure or implemented anything yet. But yeah, TBD. We are going to be working on that. I wonder if this makes it easier. It does make it a little bit easier, right? That it's not like a double wrap. And even this, I do want to move this. Okay, this actually looks a lot nicer. It does look a little messy, but I do like how it looks here. Something like this. It does make the code a little longer, but overall it looks a lot nicer. It's very easy to tell that this is leading, this is trailing, and it makes it look a lot nicer in general. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. The only thing left to do is I do want to see how the social page ended up, and see if the social page looks nice as well. Okay, and the social page looks good. This is why I wanted to check it, because the only thing that needs to be done here is, oh, see, this is where it's nice. You can just go to the trailing content instead of looking at this giant hodgepodge here, and you can just edit the part that you need. So here, I think it's wrap alignment. Yeah. It's cross-axis alignment, right? Because if it's horizontal, if the axis for wrap naturally is horizontal, so the cross-axis is vertical, and we want that to be center, right? No. Oh, relative to each other. Wait. What's going on? Okay, none of these worked. Hold on. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. It's wrap cross alignment here. So we can ignore that. Okay, cool. That looks better. And then the only thing is, which one's this? This is the focus mode page, right? Okay, so the reason why this works is because social title row is here, which gives a row unlimited height. And the reason why this isn't giving an unlimited height is because that this is all in a column. Okay. So these also need to be either in a column or they just need to be... How does it look? Oh, they do end up looking like the same. Okay. So... this is the thing. In focus mode, we have the screen width here, but it doesn't seem like the screen width matters. It matters for the row, but it's not going to matter for the button because... why doesn't it matter for the button? Okay, this is correct. And then the only thing we need to do here is we just need to do this. Okay, we're gonna try to fix this as well. So the screen width is equal to that. What's up, Britom? Welcome back. Okay, there you go. And screen width. Alright, fixed it. Done. Alright, this looks good. This looks good. This all looks good. The only thing that doesn't look good yet... Well, while we're here, actually, let's also... what is the point of this? Let's remove this. Remove this. Remove this. Go into here. Remove this. Remove this. It needs a profile, so it probably wants main model context.read main model that personal profile user profile is equal to main model.user profile. Alright, so that cleans up this, and we don't need this anymore. And bring this back to social page. Router is broken because this is now constant. And we can refresh this because now social page will be back. And we have to change our leading content here because the leading image needs to be properly wrapped. I've got end of grade exams coming up, so you're preparing? Oh, cool. Yeah, study along. I'm pretty quiet, focusing on stuff, so you could always focus with me. Always welcome to join. Hey MK, welcome back. I'm afraid I might have crashed my restarting process. Does anyone know why this is so buggy in VS Code? Like, every time that I have a crash in Flutter, I have to like restart my VS Code application. It's kind of a pain. I wonder if we could just start this up like this. Will it launch a new emulator, or will it use the one that's existing? Oh, wow. I don't have to restart it. Nice. Let's see. This is another cross-axis alignment. Center. Okay, and that centers it. Awesome. Cool. Alright, this looks pretty good. I think all of our menus also look nice. This is all looking really good. So I think we can sign off on this. And we can just test this one more time to see that it's working. And then we can move on to the next thing. Testing went well? Okay, testing went well. Good. Let's make this false. Also, I guess it's fine that the debug is enabled here, but we should really move it to our featured. We should really move it to our featured file, I think. It's okay. It is okay. Alright, we're good here. Let's save this and let's move on to the next thing. Sorry guys, I was checking my phone, I'm not gonna lie. Fix reusable row. This is a pretty good session so far. Hey Kamar, what's up? Been extremely busy, hence the reason I was unable to join the live stream. I didn't know that your app is making good progress. Yeah, no, the app is making good progress. It's no problem. I know you've been busy. I've been busy too. But that's the best thing about kind of just being in each other's communities, you know? You can come in whenever you want, whenever you're free or have time. And I always appreciate it whenever you're able to come through. Alright, we pushed. We're done. What's the problem? No reusable stuff? Sure. Okay. What is the next thing on our list? What do we have going on? How do I get this thing out of here? Oh, here. There you go. Okay, we're done here. So we're working on the notification button next. Nice. Okay, let's continue working on it then. We did not. Let's see. Notifications look like this. Notification looks like this. It has a pop-up. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna make another notification page. So this is in social, and in social we'll have other stuff. Okay. Let's clear out everything, close everything to the right, because we kind of just want to clear things out. Clear tabs, clear mind, right? Let me finish responding actually to somebody, and then I'll get right back into it. Also, my dad was calling me. I'll be right back. I think he got me too. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's work on some cool stuff, people. Oh, we're making progress. It's always great to make progress. E-meditation. Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let me get back into it. We're gonna work on the notifications page, which is done when we click this little circle at the top here. Ugly colors, but we're not gonna worry about that. Social notification page. So I don't think we need another folder. Do we need another folder? Let's see. There's a notification page, and then that triggers a modal sheet. Yeah, we don't need another. We don't need a folder. Social notification page, and we'll import. Also this, we're gonna need this as well, because right now I wonder if this should be its own text. Not really, right? Or this should be its own file. Hey, what's up, Anwar? Welcome back. I am also back. We are working on... Okay. I think we're gonna start by just creating a page here. Alright, so we want a header. Let's see. We need a reusable container with screen height. And we want it to look like that. Okay, that looks nice actually. Surprisingly. If you're tired, let's take a break. No problem. Oh no, I'm not tired. I was just responding to somebody. I think I actually, like, I felt tired throughout the entire day, but I think I have some energy to just keep on going. At the minimum, we are going to try and get this page done. So the first thing we need to do here is we need to create a row. And wrap with the row. And gonna be back in notification. What do we want to do here? I think we want this definitely to be like between the children as well as half of that space before and after the first. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, what's up? What's up, Christian? How you doing? Hello, hello. Good to see you. We're coding today. I think flexible works, right? Let's try it out. Flexible. And 2. Does that work? Did it crash? Okay, I don't think flexible is working. It would be great if you recorded a Dart tutorial from scratch with a good title and thumbnail. I would, but I'm not the best educator. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at teaching, so that's kind of why my channel is mostly like a giant journal or a documentary or video journal of me working, because I can't really teach, but I can teach stuff if someone asks a question. I just can't. I'm just not very good at formatting it into like a lesson plan kind of thing. Oh, so I think it should be like that, right? That works. And then we just need a container with a margin, and we want this to be what is this pinging about? What's wrong with you? Oh. Let's do 10. What's the margin on this? Let's see. 21. And what's the distance? 24. 24 and 55. Notifications doesn't really look like it's in the center, right? I guess that is the center. It just feels like it's not, probably because of the color here. Also, it's the size of the it's the size of the text. So I also need to increase that as well. What are you doing on Google? How does it work? Are you satisfied? How does it affect you socially, and so on? What I'm doing at Google, I work on the Chrome for iOS team. So the Chrome like the Chrome browser has an app on the iOS App Store, and I work on that. So I'm also in web browser land, web application land. How does it work? I'm a software engineer, so I do a lot of things on the daily, but the general gist of a software engineer is that we code, we create design docs, um, we try to create an app that's profitable and makes users' lives easier, and also um, work on things to make sure that the app works fast and doesn't crash and things like that. It's very similar to, I guess, the general the general role of a software engineer at other companies. And am I satisfied? I'm very satisfied. I'm super happy with the work that I do. Um, I really like my team. I really like the work that I get every day. And every week or every month or every quarter, I'm always working on something that's new and exciting. And I always feel like I'm growing and learning, which is like the most important thing for me. I feel like if I don't feel like I'm growing or learning, that's kind of what makes the job more stagnant or tiring, in my opinion. So I'm glad that's not the case, and I also try to make that not the case with my manager. Like, I try to be transparent. I always try to let them know that if I'm feeling stagnant and if I'm looking for different projects, I also try to take the initiative and look for different projects myself so that I can entertain myself and I can find opportunities. It's not always up to the managers to find new work for myself. I feel like that's also something that is important, like just to kind of be a go-getter. Not really for my company. I mean, it helps in my company, but I think it helps in every company to be a go-getter and to try and like take the initiative to learn new stuff, to explore new areas, and to try and grow as an engineer in general. And how does it affect me socially? And well, I don't know what the so on is, but how it affects me socially, more or less, it doesn't do anything socially. Uh, I'm glad that it doesn't affect, or I guess like in terms of work-life balance, I do have a good work-life balance. I try to be good about it. Sometimes if I have a lot of work, just like in any other job, you'll spend like an extra few hours to work after hours, but I don't spend a crazy amount kind of like running myself to the ground. I try to be conscious about that, you know? Alright, so I think this is good. Okay, yeah, this is good. And we want left top, bottom, 20, 10, 10, and 10. That looks pretty good, right? Yeah. And then that looks pretty good, right? Get rid of the amber here, and that looks pretty solid. Let's see if that's what it looks like so far. Oops. Yeah. There's a good amount of size there. Maybe a little bit more to the left, right? Yeah, I think it could be a little bit more to the left. I think that looks better actually. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That looks clean. Okay. And then I wonder if we want this to be green. Let's see. Do we want it to be green? I feel like I kind of like it being white because it's like a different page. Yeah, I kind of like it being white. Also, it gives the app a less monotone feeling, I think. Google, for example, does it do sporting events with equipment outside? Yeah, we have sports communities. Like we have clubs almost for like different sports. I also want to ask, is Chrome in the App Store a Flutter app or what percentage? It is not a Flutter app. It is just a it's an iOS app. So it's built with C++ and Objective-C, and maybe some other stuff, but mainly C++, Objective-C, and a little bit of Swift. And it's just an iOS app, so there's no Flutter in that, in Chrome on the iOS App Store. What's up, Shalik? Could you share about best practices on responsive designs, like how to use layout builders and media queries? Oh, that's a good question. I'm still trying to figure out. So I started Flutter maybe 8 months ago, 9 months ago, almost 9 months ago. And I'm still trying to figure out the best way to use layout builders. But I do use media queries quite a bit. So best practices, I think, in my opinion, I can share, I guess, like some stuff that just kind of comes to mind. So also layout builders, do you mean like the layout builder widget? Because I think there's an actual widget. Or do you mean just like the general layout builders like rows, columns, flexibles, flex, grid layouts, things like that? So yeah, while you're answering that about layout builders, for media queries, personally, I feel like there's two different ideologies. You can either give every single one of your widgets an unlimited height and width and bend it based on boundaries like margins, which I kind of like sometimes, but the problem is that when you try to create unit tests for that, sometimes it gets really buggy because having an unlimited width and height doesn't actually add any constraints to your widgets, and so you can still reach render overflows or content going outside of a row or content going outside of a column because you don't have any strict constraints. So I don't recommend only using margins and padding in order to make a UI dynamically good, because even if it looks dynamically okay on a screen, it'll always look good on a device, like on any mobile device, but as soon as you move, like Flutter is cross-platform, and if you eventually want to have your app go onto a desktop application where a window screen could be moved and adjusted a lot more flexibly than a mobile screen, then that's where you'll run into issues with only changing like margin boundaries and not giving a strict restraint. Now for media queries are a good way to set a dynamic width and height to a container or a sized box. And the way that I do it, just like super simple here, I have a utilities folder here, and I have a reusable folder filled with a bunch of different things here. And one of them is I have a util file that uses a method. It grabs the context and it uses the media query and gets a size height, and it gets the height of the context, and it also gets the width of the context, and it also multiplies it by a form factor or a height multiplier or a width multiplier. So this is a good way to just get the screen height and then to adjust elements based on a multiplier. So this is like what I use it for, and it's good. So it's good to use this because generically, like, a lot of your content will be dynamic, but I think it falls into the same category. I think using layout builders and using media queries for constraints, no matter how you use it, doesn't 100% allow you to not hit render overflows. So a good best practice for responsive designs is to always use constraints for one, and always consider what you need to do in the event that you have a render overflow. So like something that I just learned that's super helpful, if a question to ask is, what do you want the content to do if you run out of width space or you run out of height space? Like, where do you want the content to go? Do you want the content to shrink? Do you want it to go on the next line? How do you want your content to shift? And lots of times there are responsive widgets that allow you to do that. So I recently learned about the wrap widget, and the wrap widget will, like, when you wrap a wrap widget around a row or a column or a container or whatever you want, it'll take the children widget inside it and it'll adjust it so that it'll bring the text, or it'll bring specific elements in the widget to the next line, and it'll help it work in a way where it'll scrunch up no matter what the width or the height is. It'll look ugly, but it won't cause any render overflows, it won't cause any crashes, and that's the thing that you want to avoid, right? The whole entire point of responsive design is to make sure that your app doesn't crash on different form factors. It doesn't mean that it has to look pretty. It is nice if you can make it look pretty, but let's be honest, if your width and height is 100 pixels each, you're not going to get a really nice UI. And the only way you get a nice UI exactly how you design it or how you code it is if you do if you make it so that what happens when there's a dynamic size, it shrinks or it scales down all of the widgets inside. And at that point, like, your content isn't pretty, it's just unreadable, right? Like, people won't know what they're clicking. It won't be very accessibility friendly. So there's not really any winning when it comes to the extreme parts of responsive design. So you always want to, I think that, at least for me, and I guess this is all my opinion, but what I feel is best design is try to cater to like 60 or 70% of most devices. So cater to like all of the standard mobile devices. Cater to a full window screen, so 1920 by 1080, or just like a generally good window size, like 800 by 800 pixels, and try to play around with that and have that as like your base dynamic size to test around. And then that's really what you have to worry about. You really have to, like, all you have to do when you're worried about responsive design is always focus on your smallest scale of whatever you want, and then that way when you scale it up, you know that it'll fit or it'll work, because on your smallest form factor, it works just fine. So hopefully that helps you out. I threw a lot at you, but my editor will probably cut this part out and add it in a video at some point. And you can also check out the live stream. Like, they usually upload right after I end it, so you can always come back and watch this whole section again around this timestamp, just so that you can get a better understanding of everything I said again. Personally, for responsive design, I separated components in Flutter as phone tablet and ensure that the articles are placed with the expanded according to the device type. Yeah, so that's a good practice, MK. 100%. I think that's 100% the right way to do it. I find that, like, when using expanded widgets though, if you have like a lot of widgets underneath a column or a row, having to like use expanded for all of them can be a pain in the butt. But yeah, I think that's generally like the best way to do it. I haven't gotten to the part where I've split components into different form factors, because right now I'm only working on mobile devices, but I know I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing architecturally within my code base. You make a general template according to the type and set, expanded, and media query in them. Yeah. No, I would do that as well. I haven't looked into general templates on Flutter, but yeah, that's a good idea too. Go in production where I use green util, but now I feel like it wasn't the right way. Adapting to mobile and tablet was a bit difficult for me. Yeah, it's always good to start with mobile and tablets because those tend to have the smaller form factors. Windows, I think, and monitors, TVs tend to have the bigger resolution, so I wouldn't start with that. I would start with like iPhones or Android devices, things that are a bit smaller. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps you out. Do you use Golang for Google in the App Store? What do you mean the App Store? Like, do you need Golang to upload apps to an app store? I don't use Golang. Well, I don't code on the App Store, so I don't touch that. But I know a lot of products use Golang in general. Okay, let's see. So we have notifications here, and now what we want to do, cons that okay. I think we also want the style font to be this. And then what we want to do here is we want, oh shoot, go router dot dang it, I forgot how to go router of context.go dot go wait go router dot of context dot go, and this needs to be a new route. I guess this could be within social. Yeah, it's within social. So how do we do this? Focus mode, routes, and route space. Route that, and we do another go route. Notifications. Focus mode slash schedule. Okay, yeah, it is, that is how you route to it. Okay, cool. So, social notifications, social notifications page. The color will be colors.white and constant, and remove this. And what is the problem? The problem is that this needs to be like this, and this needs to be like this. Socials notifications. Is that right? Social. Oh, social. Plural or singular. And notifications also like this. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So this works. Yay. Let me see. You write code in a very clean way. You're like a well-trained special soldier. I mean, I've been working, like, I've been coding for 8 years now. How long have I been coding? 4 years in college, and then pretty much I graduated in 2019. So another 4. So I've been coding for like 9 years. 4 of those years were professional, and I've been working at one of the best companies in the world. So I've had lots of very good, lots of good engineers to learn from. I've had a lot of, I've just had a lot of good code that I've looked at and been conditioned to. And so I thank all of my coworkers for helping me and for helping me learn. It's all been super educational, and I'm super happy that it's kind of coming off in the way that I write things, or the way that I work. How old am I? How old do I look? I am 26. So I do not look 26. I look a lot younger than 26, but I think it would be really great if you did a good Dart Flutter training. I might. I mean, if you think that I'd be good at it, then I might do it. I will do it. Okay, you know what? I'll do this. I will work on a Dart Flutter training course. Maybe for free. I like doing things for free because I used to be someone who didn't have the money for content access, so I will probably do it for free, just to give back to the community because the community helped me get here. So I will drop a Dart Flutter course when I release this app to the App Store. Because right now I'm kind of focused on just releasing it. But once I'm done and I release it, then I'll have some extra time to do other things. But I will have it on my list of things to do. Also, it'll give me credibility. Like, I think if I do a Flutter training course when I'm done with the app, I could be like, hey, I worked on this app, I did this, I also spent X amount of time. So it sounds a lot more confident. And if I'm like, oh, I spent a year or two coding in Flutter versus I only spent like 8 months or 9 months working on it. So yeah. So let's see. This container is going to be okay. Alright, I think we're going to need the social model here. We have we have social profiles. Where does this get created? This gets created in the social profile. Okay, so social profile is just here. We're going to have a notification system. And the notification system, okay, we're going to have to create fake. This is a long, I mean, it's fine. It's only a one-time thing. Alright, we're going to create fake notifications, and we're going to have different states. So one state is going to look like this, and another state is going to look like this, where it doesn't show that there's no notification. Let's see. Yeah, so it's going to be like this. And also, do we want it to the left or the center? This one's definitely centered, right? How do I center this? Like that? Oh no. Like that. Oh, I see. I just need to have this in the middle. So it should be like that, or actually, in this case, there should be I think there should be nothing, and it should be like there's no notifications or something like that. Yeah, okay. So let's work on that first. Yeah, we could work on that first. So, sorry, it looks like this, and there's a text, and it says, I don't know, no notifications or something. So something like that. And margin. I think we only need a top, and we just kind of want this to be like 40, 80. If there's no notification, right, there's no notification, a slightly color than the notification case on the right side. Yeah, I agree. No, I want to do that too. A little bigger too, right? Like it should be, let's see. I think it will be like 1 point, what is the size of this? 1.4, so we'll try 1.2. And then we can do, a text style, text style, and this can be 400 instead. Wait, is 400 lighter? I think 400 is lighter. 300? Oh, that looks a little bit better. I mean, if that's the case, then we want this to be bigger, right? Like that. Should be way lighter, like this. And bigger than that. Maybe we can draw inspiration. Let's see if there's any images here. Oh, this is perfect. We should, yes, we should have an image here. That is the best way to show no notifications. Always visuals. Visuals. So we can do a bell and no notifications. I'm down to do that. This is gonna be another column, and this is going to be icons dot all right, let's see if we can find something that's good. Maybe something like this. I mean, we could always play with this or have a different icon, but for now we can it needs to be bigger, like that. That's pretty good. Outline? Oh, should I do outline instead? Is outline better? This one? Oh yeah, this one looks nice. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. It was my maestro. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Let's do a 12 margin. That looks pretty nice, right? I wonder if there's an easier way to wrap a margin. Is there a margin widget? No, there's not. Which is fine. Alright, with now that there's an icon, I kind of want to pop this a little higher like that. Does that look good? Or should it be down? It should be down, right? A little down. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Do we want to make the text still... Okay, apparently with them, they also do the same font. I think a little lighter is better like this. It's readable, it's nice, it says no notifications. I like this a lot. This is a good way to just kind of... This is a good way to just kind of show that there's no notifications. Yeah, this looks good. I feel like maybe there can be a button, but at this point, I think it's okay to just let there be a back button. I think also we could have this be a chevron arrow. Like I have a chevron arrow in other cases. Like I think here we have a chevron arrow. But I feel like the back notification is like a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, and it's easier on the eyes. So we'll leave it like this for now. And I think this just looks good in general. Right, is that good? Okay, that's good. And then now you wrote size 100. Did you write it on purpose after you set up the responsive structure in your head, or did you do as a trial? For example, can you tell me a case to be responsive here about the size of the outline logo in the child? Oh, for the icon? I don't... Okay, don't take my word for this. Actually, we can check this right now. But I'm pretty sure that when you set things to a size, it scales it responsively. But let me double check this. Does a static size for an icon widget scale with device size or screen height / width? Here's my code. Because I thought about this, but it doesn't make any sense. Like if it's 100 pixels, it would just look really bad if it was a static. Damn it. All right. Well, this would be the proper way to this would be the proper way to do it. Yeah, I would probably do something along the lines of this. And then you would have like multiple breakpoints. Yeah. I wonder if I should have something. I should probably have a util file that auto adjusts the image based on responsive height, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that now actually, because I feel like that'll just be useful. So we can use the screen height. See, I want to use either the screen height or the screen width, but it doesn't really make sense. Because the screen height and screen width is going to be like a lot. It's going to be a large width or a large height or a really small width or a really small height. I think the best solution here is to set the notification icon and container related to it with in it with the media query. Yeah, that's true. We can do that. We can definitely do that. But I think we can also what's a good I know there's a widget for it. Oh. Oh, I didn't know you could do this. You could do size? Oh, I actually like that a lot. Responsive icon? Oh no, that's this. Okay. Text scale factor. Oh. Buddy, stop. No, but this is kind of good, no? That way the application is very bad? You think it's bad to do something like this? I mean, I know that it's computation, like, that it's a lot of computation. Oh wait, no, this is size.width. Oh yeah, that is kind of confusing. Open, yeah, no. I did I thought, okay, I didn't see the width. I thought that media query had something called size, and it took into account both the height and the width. Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, container, init, media query. Yeah. I agree. I have something like that, or not like that, but I have something that starts to do something like that. I adjust like the screen height based on a screen multiplier, so I kind of do this already. I guess we could do it for icons as well. Yeah, let's do it. It's good to do it now, right? When you do that, do you have to do like a box fit, or like how do you, yeah, right? Like you probably change the constraints. Yeah, and then you expand it. Yeah, I would say that you expand it, and then you expand it to the size of the constraints, and then you set the container to a certain width and height. Okay, cool. All right, I like this a lot. I like the idea. So what is this? Reusable. I guess icon container. We'll do this specifically for icons. And then we can do different form factors eventually, but we're only going to do it for now for, we're just going to assume that we're doing this for mobile devices because we don't have other form factors right now. Oh. Yeah, I agree. I think actually when you do it like this, you don't have to worry about expanded and flexibles as much, but I think, I mean, you can kind of just see what I end up doing, but let's see, it's a container, and what is it, a widget? Child. Acquired, child. Oh, this dot child, and like that, and the height is equal to get screen height, and the width is equal to get screen width, and these multipliers are going to be really small. I think 0.05 is good to start. Oh, I see. The screen width and the height are going to be different, and if you're on an iPad and you do a basic value like 0.05, then your container is going to be stretched and look funny. I see. I mean, we're gonna see that right now. Okay, I definitely broke something. Definitely broke it. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Will expanded work here? Expanded won't, right? Well, let's see. I don't think this is a good idea, but let's see. Yeah, no. Hold on. Let me see what I need to do here. Constraints. We have to like transform. icon theme. Or a fitted box. It's probably a fitted box. Let's try. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. ChatGPT responds well to this? Yeah. I mean, I just use Gemini, which is like the same thing. Yeah, so they're really gonna make it they're really gonna make me try and figure out what the appropriate size is. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? Oh! Wait, I didn't know I could do that. Aspect. Oh! Wait, that's so much better. Wait, what if I do... Oh! Oh, that's so much better. Wait, I need to make this smaller, right? Wait, how do I... Is it even taking the width and height into account, or is it just making it a square? Oh, it's so small. Oh, it's because... Okay. The reason why aspect ratio was doing that was because... it was above the container. But now, if we do that, it doesn't... Hold on. Aspect ratio is 1. And then, how do we... according to the device size? Like, I know that the aspect ratio makes it 1:1, but oh yeah, so you're supposed to, no, I had it right. You're supposed to do this, and then that gives a specific height. The problem is it doesn't square it out. Let me see what this boundary looks like. I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, this is pretty good, right? Something like that. This is definitely going to stretch out if it's an iPad though, but for now, I guess we won't really care. The quality of the logo has declined, really? Doesn't look like it to me. Looks good. All right. Yeah, I think this looks good. This looks pretty square as well. Live stream switched to 720p. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to see if aspect ratio would work, but I don't think it will. I think it's a little bit buggy, and I think the functionality itself doesn't really lend itself to give anything useful. Oh, here, wait, there's a whole video on it. What? See, I think aspect ratio is really cool. I just don't think I can use it properly. The video was taken in the office next door, maybe, and then you realize that you took the video. I wish. That would be cool. I do want to play around with this a little bit more. I just want to kind of experiment with this. Like, what if I do... Okay, well, that didn't work. What if I make the width 100? Oh, that does change it. Wait, it does change it, so why doesn't it? Alright, let's try this again. Return container. Well, I mean, we could just do this, right? Just do this, this, and for now, let's just give this an aspect ratio like this and see what happens. Why is it complaining? Oh. Okay, so it does work. If I do this. Oh, the height. Oh, changing the height is what was making the aspect ratio weird. So now if we do this, I bet it'll scale properly. Oh, this is so much nicer. Okay, and then we can wait, hold on, let me cook. We can do this now. Yes, let's go. Okay, and then this pretty much, I don't even think that it matters if it's an iPad now or not, or if it's a different form factor. Like, yeah, if the width is larger, sure, but if there's more space width-wise, then the square being made will probably be somewhat proportional. So, like, I mean, it's not for a while that we have to worry about this, but yeah, it's a lot nicer. And now we just have to worry about the size, to have it to what we had before. I think 0.4 was good, right? Like, this was a good size. It's a little too big, right? Yeah, that's a little too big. That's good. Sure. I'll use size box instead. And I think that's good so far. This is all pretty good. I like this. Nice. I like this a lot. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. We did a lot of cool work, a lot of good practice for responsive designs. So I'm pretty happy about that. We finished a lot of stuff. We finished, like, in this week, we finished, like, this animation and this menu, which looks pretty good. We have to fix this, by the way, eventually. But yeah, so we fixed that. And we also worked on our friends list. The color is a little bit weird, but this looks really, really nice. We're working on the notification page, and we're showing no notifications. And soon we're gonna create some fake data so we can represent a fake name requesting to unlock their app. So this is kind of if somebody sent a unlock request. So if somebody pressed, where is it? If somebody pressed ask to unlock app, another person would get this notification saying that, hey, they want you to unlock their app for them, and you can unlock their apps for them. But yeah, let's take a look at the tablet before we go and see how the app looks lastly. We can try. Do I have... I don't think I have a... Oh god. Wait, what emulator am I creating? Okay, yeah, no. I don't have the system image. I have to go into Android Studio and I have to create it. But I think this is good for now. It's probably not good that I haven't been testing with tablets, but honestly, I've been trying to just get a minimum viable product. And I know tablets, iPads are part of the minimum viable product, but we're just trying to get things down and then work out all the bugs once we have everything up and running as best as we can. We do try to follow best practices, but we're just trying to narrow down, and then once we get to a point where we're trying to release something and the App Store is yelling at us because we don't have every form factor complete, that's when we will tackle those problems or the nuances. But we're going to end it for today, guys. I'm going to take a break, read a book. Today was a really, really good session. We did a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun stuff. But we're going to continue with the notification page next time, hopefully tomorrow. But thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you guys were also coding along and you were productive as well. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, then make sure to subscribe so that you guys can get notifications the next time that I stream. But thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the help. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Have a good night.